What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to a new review. Today we're going to be taste testing the Breach Berry GFUEL flavor. So I am very excited to open this baby up and give it a go. So Breach Berry is inspired by Rainbow Six Siege, and the flavor is supposed to be a mixed wild berry flavor. So let's get a little zoom in here, shall we? So like I said, it's supposed to be a mixed wild berry. As far as I know and as far as I've heard, I believe this is a completely new flavor. So gonna be interesting to see how it's going to taste. So you actually see some cherries up there, and then I see raspberry, but that's all I'm really seeing. And I think I already talked about this, but I don't believe cherry is technically a berry. No, cherry is not a berry. So I don't know what's going on with that. But anyways, let's continue to look at this baby. Here's the ingredients if you guys want to take a little peek. Here's those ingredients. Of course, other ingredients right here, kind of the most important thing. Not noticing anything crazy down there. We've got the expiration date at the bottom here, 10/20/28. This is not the new formula. That is something that I will note. This is not the new formula. Never mind. Okay, let's open this baby up. We got a scooper right there. Lucky day, lucky me. So what in the world is this gonna taste like, huh? Mixed wild berry. Let me give it a smell. Definitely not really something I've smelled before, I don't think. It's definitely like a combination of, there's definitely some cherry in there. Raspberry, maybe blueberry, something like that. I'm gonna take the top off of this scooper here. I don't have high expectations for this flavor just because I'm not a big fan of cherry, as you guys know, and it seems like this one is gonna have cherry in it. But I've got my shaker here with about 16 ounces of water. I'm going to get a scoop here, right there, put it in the shaker, and I'm gonna give it a mix for, oh, we're overflowing a little bit here. I'm gonna give it a mix for 30 seconds. All right, guys, so here we go. Mixed wild berry, breach berry flavor is all mixed up. It's like a dark red. Let's go ahead and give it a smell, shall we? All right, is this anything I've smelled before? Here we go. Not really. I mean, we've had so many berry flavors. Super hard to say. It's definitely not phaseberry, I'll tell you that. It's definitely not phaseberry. But yeah, the smell's hard. I mean, I'm getting maybe raspberry, blackberry, a little bit of cherry. Let's go ahead and give it a taste. Better than I was expecting. Not much cherry at all. I'd say it's similar to like if you got like a wild berry popsicle, something like that. It's kind of similar to like that. That's sort of the feeling that I'm getting with this. Might even be some cranberry in here maybe as well, but it's definitely, I don't know. I just don't, maybe there is cherry in here. I mean, there's freaking cherry on the art. You know, there's cherry on the freaking art. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely like a little hint maybe of cherry, maybe 10 to 15%, but not as much as, like, I feel like when I smell the powder, I smell more cherry. But when I taste it, there's definitely less cherry. I would say the majority of the flavors that I'm kind of getting is like this almost popsicle, maybe a little bit syrupy, like raspberry, blackberry, maybe a little bit of a cranberry in there. I don't know about blueberry or strawberry. Wild berries are typically supposed to be like blueberries, blackberries, raspberries. Depending on the mix, you'll also find strawberry. So I do think maybe there's a little bit of strawberry as well. But I would say the prominent flavor is like that blackberry, raspberry, a little bit of blueberry, maybe a tiny bit of cranberry, and a little bit of cherry at the end. But in terms of giving them all ratios, I'm not going to give exact percentages. I'm just going to say that the forefront is definitely raspberry, blackberry, blueberry, and then ending it off with some cherry, strawberry, and a little bit of cranberry. But definitely better than I thought. I will say that. In terms of my tier list, guys, I definitely think this is an I don't know. I think I was going to say average, but I think it's probably good. It's a good flavor. It's just not unique enough for something that I'm going to grab again or anything like that. Like in terms of I can't talk. In terms of a berry flavor, I'm definitely still going to be reaching for something like PewDiePie or maybe Nuka-Cola, or just or even Berry Bomb. I'm not the biggest fan of this berry because it does have a little bit of a syrupy taste to it. So I'm gonna put it in my good category. I think it's just gonna go at the bottom of good for me right now. I mean, I think that's where it's gonna go for me. Bottom of good, 5.5 out of 10. It's a good flavor, but it's nothing crazy at the moment, in my opinion. That's just my thoughts. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for using Code Shock. If you guys have recently, really do appreciate it. And if you guys want to pick up anything at GFUEL, I will leave the link down below. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Peace out.